Cause and effect is one of the most powerful laws in the whole universe. And once you really get to understand the law and put it to work for you, it can make a drastic change in your life. In fact, you can't change your life without moving to the cause side of the equation here. Now, people who are a cause are the creators of their own reality, and they understand that everything that they do has a result. And that result that they get is what they see, and so they cause that result. Whereas a person who lives at effect, what happens with them is they look at it in a completely different light. It's a different paradigm. So they're looking through a different lens, and what they see is that they are at effect of others. And usually it's something that is outside of them, and it could be a thing, it could be a person. It doesn't even have to be a physical object. And those are the reasons why they don't have the results that they wish that they had in their lives. Now, somebody who lives at cause in their life understands that they are the cause of all their problems in their life and all their successes. And so when you're at cause of everything, that means that if you don't like the result that you're getting, then you have control of the one thing that's causing the problem for you. And so if that thing is you have control over yourself and your own behavior. And if your behavior is causing that effect that you don't like, then all you have to do is change your behavior so that you get a different result in your life. So that's what happens. People who live at cause, they drive their own bus. Okay, so here you are, you're driving down a highway in a bus. And every time there's a decision to be made, they are the ones that are steering the bus. And for people who live at effect, well, they're just sitting in the back, going along for the ride. They're at the back of the bus. They don't have any control over what happens. See, right now, it's their mom that's driving the bus, and their mom told them these things when they were young, and because their mom said that they weren't capable of doing those things, today they still believe their mother. Or when she's done, then dad takes over. Then maybe grandpa. It might be a school teacher, maybe a politician that won't let you do that thing that you want to do. The dog ate it. There's all kinds of different reasons and excuses that you can come up with for why you didn't do that thing that you should be doing in your life, whatever that thing is. If you want to make that change, you have to move over to the cause side of the equation. And I'll put it this way for you. So what we have here is a stick. And there's two ends of this stick. This is the handle of the stick. This is where you have the most control. So if I'm going to use this stick as a walking stick, yeah, this is the end that's going to be on the ground, and this is the end here that I'm going to use as the handle. So if I was going to lean on this, I'm going to use this end, the handle. Okay, so we'll call this the manifesting end. This is the end of the stick of everything that you want. This is the cause end of the stick. And when you hold this end of the stick, you have control of this stick, and you decide and you steer and control everything in the direction that you want it to go in. Now, if you're holding on to this end of the stick, this is the shitty end of the stick. This is the reason why you don't have the results that you want, what you truly desire. It's because you're hanging on to this end of the stick, the shitty end of the stick. And that means other people are holding on to the handle. And it could be different people that take control of this handle at different times. And they take that handle and they're poking you and they're pushing you, and they're prodding you, and they're keeping you right where they want you. Powerless. They want you under their control because they, of course, think that they know better for you and that you should listen to them and do what they tell you to do. And in doing so, you listen to these people and they say, oh, you're not good enough for that. People can't do that. Well, you want to raise your prices? Nobody will ever pay you that kind of money. You're not worth it. All those things, all those negative things that we're taught to believe come from other people. And when you believe them, you're hanging on the shit end of the stick. You're being at effect of those other people. You're accepting their negative programming and allowing it to control you. When you take that other end of the stick and you decide for yourself what you want to believe and what you are capable of, then that's the end of the stick that gives you control over your life and the results that you get in your life. And when you don't like the results in your life, you make that change. And this is critical. If you're going to make any change in your life, then you have to understand this. Because if you're trying to control other people, if you're out there trying to control other people in order to get control of your life, that gets a little confusing there as well. See, you are in control 100% of you and only you. And when you are happy with your results, then you won't want to control other people anymore. There will be no need to. Now, how can you tell if you are at cause or effect in your life? And you might not be able to notice yourself. Other people will notice more than you. And it's in the story that you tell. And think about the things that you say and the things that you focus on in your life. If you're focused on the problems that you have and you are noticing that you're not getting the results that you like and you're talking about them and you're sharing your lack of results and your reasons why you don't have results with other people, and that's part of your story. If that's your story, then you are living at effect. And when you know you're at cause is when you're telling people a story about how you created this or you created that thing in your life. So cause and effect is a basic law of the universe. It's one of the basic principles of Buddhism and many other belief systems out there. Especially the ones that deal with karma. And it's part of karma, not entirely karma. And it's actually part of physics as well, cause and effect. We live in a world of cause and effect. Everywhere you look, everything that you see is an effect that was caused by something. There's no escaping that. There is no other way. So when you're doing troubleshooting, when you look and you're getting a problem and a machine's not producing something right and you have a defective product, you can go along and continue to create defective product, believing that it's not our fault, we didn't do anything wrong. Or you can trace back to where this problem originated. It's in this machine and it's happened at that spot right here. And if you trace it back, you will find exactly what the thing was that caused that problem to happen. And if you make a little adjustment, then you'll get a better result and you'll have the perfect product that you want coming off the end of that machine. Now, if you decide that, you know what, there's nothing we can do to fix that thing, and you don't even try to fix that thing, and that's what happens, and you'll see that you go to the store and you'll buy a defective product, and that product, and you'll go, oh, what's the problem with this? What's wrong with these people? Why didn't they fix the problem? And they say, well, we didn't have any control, so they didn't. And you're supposed to accept that excuse from them and use that defective product. Meanwhile, they always had the control to go in there and make that change. They just didn't believe it. And so when you believe that you are at cause, when you move to being at cause in your life, that's where you can start making the most profound changes in your life.